Mickey, I can show you what we try to do or what I try to do. I like this style you have here, but what I do is that I have I generate them automatically, so I don't put them there by hand. And then I also, as I send you a link, I try to trace people using a timeline. It's a here you get the birth record 1, 2. So this is my, and they are clickable because I use the inline. So this is A stands for household record, C is birth record. So if I do like that, which is a unique ID, and then I use my subscription on Archive Digital, then we are lucky, and I have done my homework, which I haven't. CE15, and he is born 23rd March. March is up there, 23rd. Zacharias, so here he is. Zacharias 23rd, son of drängen Johannes Johansson. Dräng is farmhand and so on. So what I do normally then is that this is good enough. So then we have him in user Mora, and then the syntax I used. It's a little bit difficult, but I think you feels like a fast person. So then I have a ref tag here. And for example, when I have a picture, then I say this is a picture, the marriage record, and then I have a link, and then I use a name, and the name I just make it complex. I get a unique ID, and that's the same ID as I can use to jump in the books. So we have, this is the marriage record of Zacharias and Pigan. And they are marrying here, down here. Marriage, drängen Zacharias Johansson from Ire and Pigan. So this is what I do then. So then next time we are referring to it, I just add this slash. That means that he will reuse it up here. And if we go down here, we can see that this is number 4. And if you go down to number 4, we can see it's 414, so it's used 2 times. So this is the cool thing with Swedish genealogy, is that we have all those books. If we jump over to your dear Anders, I think it was, wasn't it? Here we have something. Anders. Then you are following I think the way they do it when importing, and this is good. It's not Archive Digital, but it's unique. So asige means that if we close down this. Asige is the parish, and it's in Halland. And then you say it's book CE1. And you say it's image, which is half good, because the image is dependent on, it's not in the books. 78. And he was born 23rd July. June, July. We don't find him. 1806. So then it was not so good. 1806. Maybe it's the son. 1838. So then it's 1838. And then it's on page 79 here. So that's the problem using page, because that's dependent on the software they used. 1839. It's but just excellent that you wrote August, September, 36. Stupid me. 36 August. Here we have Johanna. This is not Johannes, or maybe it's Johannes. It's Johannes. Åbo, that's a title. And what I do is that, and the title is of Anders. You know, if you don't like what I do, you can always do restore. So if you go like here, then you say restore data from that time or that time, and then it's gone. So it's no problem if people change. But what I do now is that we have added, or I have added mostly, we have ASIG here. Then I add ASIG, a category. And the reason I use categories is that you can find more information. So ASIG is part of County N, which is Halland. I do one change at a time. So that means that now I have this ASIG here, and we have Siggagården, or we have Slätlynga. And then we have ASIG. Then I start adding things here. Then we have a parish map here. I will change this so we have a new stuff. So then you come to where it is. So now you are in ASIG. And the problem in Sweden, we don't use the parish anymore, but they are excellent for doing genealogy. So here you have ASIG. And it's maybe a small place. And then what could be done, this is a remaining site. So R stands for some things that are remaining. Tollarpstorp, I think we had in your Siggagården, Slätlynga. We can see if we can find something here. Tollarpstorp. Tollarpstorp. Holmen. And I think this is a really small area, you see. Asige, Brysad, Storegård. Maybe we should search. What do I do? I take the information and we ask them what do they have here. But this is really old. It's from the Middle Age or something like that. 1800 to 500 before Christmas. It's a so they are fine. If we do like that, now we have ASIG selected, and then we see if we can do a search inside ASIG. Siggagården maybe. No hit. If we could do Slätlynga. They say it's just a map section Slätlynga, which is not so interesting. It was not good, but we have a Slätlynga over here. So what we can see here is that still today we have things, and they have two R's over here. So then if we take information here, bytomt, this is interesting. So this is some remains from a house. That's all what you say. And then we could do in the setup, we could do orto forto, and then we can see that maybe this is the house. So it's, you see it's a lot of R. So this could be a place where they had Slätlyngan. What also can be done, I don't know, I haven't prepared this, is that this is fornsök. And then if we check at kartrummet, they have maps. Halland. Then we need to go back here and understand what parish is this. This is a name register. So Slätlyngan is mentioned here. It's a village, by, and this is a crazy register where they reference books. So it has been written in books on page 31 in some odd books. I don't understand this really. But this is good when you're reading old church books. So here it says a small village in Arjesocken, and this, now we are in in Årstads härad, and back to this, and then we should see if we can find a map for Årstads härad. Sige, that's, they don't have it. Yeah, so now we have a map from 18 something. And Slät, isn't that the place? Slätlynga. So now you can see the houses. Björkelunda, Slätlynga. So that could be rather cool. We have this open, and then we jump back to our dear place here. So what we did find now was that Johannes. Åbo means, what I will do now is that sorry, this is confusing, but that's me. I added this Asige here, but then we know also that he is Åbo. So what I do then is that I add information also in a category. Resident, no, sources, baptized. And the record we were looking at is page image 78. Did you have it like that too? Yes. And then we have Åbo. So what I do now is that I add that he is a Åbo. I also use some nerd syntax saying that this will be a link to a category. So now we save it. I added Åbo, and if we look at this now, you have Åbo up here, and if we go down here, you can click on this to go to Åbo. And Åbo, tenant farm of a conditional inherited lease is what I have written. Maybe it's bad English. And here we have other people who has Åbo. Hans Högman has written in English, excellent, describing what åborätt was, that the inheritable right of tenancy for land but tenants on crown land. So in 1800 you got the right to have this land, and also, so then you had a position in the village, I think. an Åborätt is that. And then in this, so this document is describing how people had in the old Sweden, which I think is really interesting to learn. Dräng, piga is lower people. They just help the farmers. And then you get your own land. You are torpare, and then you are åbo. And backstugesitta, then you are had a house that is this is really simple house. It's backstory is in the, you don't have four walls. It's like this. It's the traditional. You build it as cheap as possible. And you have, I think you have enormous cool resources. Backstuga. I think here is they have documented the backstuga. Maybe. He's just speaking. C'est la vie. But what I did now is that I added this link so you can learn more about different things. And I really like that. For me, that's genealogy. So what you got here is Åbo there, and you got Åbo there, and you have Asege up here. So what we found now is this one. And what I would like to do is I would like to add this unique ID. The normal way in Archive Digital is that we have a, it's a reference like this. Image 78, it was 75 here. No, this is not the same. C1. Here it is. The thing here is they image 78 and they this also, so that's cool. The problem here with this book is that it has no page number, so it's difficult to reference. And then in Archive Digital you have this unique ID, and you have this odd thing over here. So the odd thing over there is, if you're a hardcore genealogy person, then you can jump to the Swedish National Archive, and you can get all the books. So the books we see here, C1, it's in a födelse, birth book. And then you know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 3 images. They have scanned. It's SVAR. It's another service. I also have it. And we can see over here if they have free scanned here also to in 94. I think a book in 1960 is not possible to scan yet. You have to wait 50 years after this or something like that. So this is birth books. Then you have household books, and then you have emigration books and so on. So genealogy in Sweden is cool because it's so structured. And then you have books like, if we go to Asege here, you see you have household books, congregation, moving in, moving out. You have estate and inventory, which is excellent if you find. Account for poor relief. I don't go into this because then you're even more hardcore than me. Maybe someday, I'm scared. But we can see if we have a death date on his. But we have not. Do you have a resident? Your number 5 over here. It's AI4 41 to 47. So that means that we go over to household 41 to 47, and then you have excellent reference to page 69. And page in this service is the right column. So then we are down here, and then you have. It's odd. Why is he moving away? I think I had this. I have uploaded this picture already, didn't I? Gun Andreas dotter. this is 41 to 47. Yes, page. If I do like mouse over here, I get page image page 69. Yes. So what we can do here is that we add Anders here, and adding him to that is he's not mentioned, but you mention him. And here we have this moving in, moving out. So what could be done then, and that's what the record I showed you was in my email, I think, that this is the moving out. We are moving to Revinge. And then I do like this. Yes, and we have number, I think I also added here. Number 23. So you are saying I leaving this parish, and it's for number 23, 4 MK male, 3 ladies. The date is 4/11, and I said it's Mikkelsmässo. It's the same day that everyone moved. I think they have done the harvest and so on. And if you were moving, you get 1 week free. So that could be one reason people were moving. No, he's not Åbo anymore. He's FD, former Åbo, Anders Olsson, with, I think this is wife and children, hustru och barn. They call it Slottet 1, and they moved to Revinge. And if we check Revinge then, so that now we are moving to Malmöhus. What did we have? We had 1842. Then we see if we have a moving in book. 1848. Is this a good book? This priest, what do you think this is? In or out? Anders Olsson. Anders Andersson. Anders Andersson. Do we have a problem, or is this not correct? There we had another one. Right? 1842. We're moving to the correct Revinge. It's a little bit away. It's in. Did you have any sources on him? Revinge, I think it's not Halland, is it? It's Malmöhus, I think. Ravinge. No, it's Ravinge. It's a with dot. So now we are 1847, and then we have moving in. And they don't have books. Do we love them or do we hate them? Rävinge. Why don't they have books? What we can do, which is an odd approach, is that we 1842. It's too early. This is the estate and inventory, and sometimes they have register, so that's a way to cheat. 1889. We have registered to 1849. He can't pass away so early, can he? Also, his name is not so unique. That's the problem. I think they do. Sometimes they do the register both on first name and second name. And then you get the reference in. The cool thing with estate and inventory is that they are really excellent. What we can do is another approach. We use another software, and that's what I can. Here. They have some index from 1867 to 90. And I said Anders Olsson is not the best name. 1806, he's old. In 1860, I think the later one are bigger census. Anders also, why don't we have? We have 30 people here. And we have one from Skåne, Trelleborg. Bengta Pilman, but that's not our. No. Well, it started getting the normal way to do it in Sweden is that you follow people. Maybe we have a child later. That's always a good way to find them. Now we have Anders Olsson, and then we do. But he's old. '41. That's the last one. Here a picture, magic. Sigge, that's the one we have up, I think, or page 69. Yes, so this Johannes, we add him to and he is maybe no, is he? Johanna Johannes 38. Yes, it's him. Then we have Johannes here, which means he has this picture somewhere down here. You have a lot of picture, cool. Their marriage in Sweden. You have found the DDSs. That's an excellent register. Maybe that's the one we should use. Dräng is farmhand and she is farmhand. Cool. Married 65. We have Vikens kyrkoarkiv. Place 1838. 1865 0331. Johannes Andersson. But Andersson is everyone's name. Matilda. There they are. Cool. So then they have E1 Viken. It's down here. And we then have EE at page 7. So then you have this book, capital letter E1, and then it should be on page 7. Now we can start reading. It's easier. It's 65 or 331. Here. They are living on number 47 in Viken. Born 38. And in here you have 75 is her place. So then you go back to this one and then you take that one and you have a number 75, and then we say 75, and it's normally the physical page. And she is born 40. Matilda Gabrielsson. Anders she's working here, piga. So this is not her. And then she is moving to Jung something. She's moving from, this is when she moved in. And this is when she is moving out. Allerum. Yeah. It's a lot of moving around, so I would prefer that having a timeline is the cool thing. So then you can follow the, now they are moving to Allerum, and that's another parish. And they are moving over there in 65, 711. So 34 is when she's moving out from Viken. So if we are in Viken, we are down here, and Viken need to be Viken. There we have 65 moving out. There, 65, 62, 64, 69, 67, 65. And then we had a number here. It's number 34. Moving in, moving out. Seven 11 34, and her name is Katarina Gabrielsdotter. Matilda, what is it? Matilda Gabrielsdotter. Cool. $34. There. So then we have Johannes Andersson. Drr, it's farmhand. So they are moving the 711 to Allerum. And then we go to Allerum. Which year are we on now? You have it there. 65. Allerum moving in 65. And then we have out in here, and then you have a number 16, and then we had a date here, and it's 7 November. It's this. Then we know they are coming from Viken, I think. See, everyone is moving the same date. Here we have Viken. Viken. Oh, everyone seems to be moving. Seven. Allerum. Johannes Andersson. If we are lucky here, we can see it's 1-1. If they get one record, that could be an indication. No, we are not lucky. Start from the end again. Here's Gabriella. Matilda Gabrielsson. Viken. Here we have them. And Anders. Son. Arbetskar. Working man. So here we have them again. What I try to do. I try to